Oh my god, I met Gavin Newsom on Friday. I met the governor of California on Friday. Oh my god, how could I forget? Of course. Such a small meeting, it just slipped my fucking mind. He's just a small guy, you know what I mean? I had to give him some of my time as like a charity case. Did you tell him you were homeless? No, but at one point in the meeting, he was like, okay, because first off, there were like 15 people there, okay? And I felt bad because only 5 of us spoke, like ever. And it was me, Boone, some streamer, I don't remember. I didn't know her when she introduced herself. It was like a name that I had never heard before. And then fucking like Hassan's co-host, Austin was there. And the 4 of us talked the entire fucking time. Nobody else like wanted to like speak. I kept trying to give people time to like cut in, or I'd look around, or I'd like motion to people as if like anybody else want to take the fucking stage kind of thing, right? Oh yeah, and then Murder Crumpet was there too. Murder Crumpet's so sweet. I've been listening to different YouTubers and podcasts who keep joking that everybody answers questions about what Twitch meant to y'all, what this space was for. Yeah, because we didn't really... We didn't really know what to say. I think in regards to that, because I think everybody there that was wanting to speak to Gavin Newsom, I think none of us had any interest in talking to him about Twitch, to be completely honest. I think pretty much every single one of us was really dialed in on like directly like actual political issues and whatnot, right? Did you call him a pussy? We kind of did. We said that him being a centrist is really absolutely the worst thing that he could do. We told him to pick a side, essentially, right? Did you ask him any of our questions? I didn't. It was kind of a free-form discussion. I thought it was going to be more a back-and-forth question as well, but it was kind of just like an open-ended conversation. I discussed a bit about AI politics and whatnot in California, and how they're like one of the leaders of legislation, but like why they don't like triple down on certain aspects of it and whatnot. And his answer was along the lines of, while they're able to regulate them in depth there as much as they can, if they like triple and double down, they'll just go to places with zero regulation. And having some regulation is better than no regulation. And to that I kind of agree, because if you look at examples like the EU and whatnot, they have extremely strict AI regulation and whatnot, but there's no AI companies there that are, you know, restricted to those legislative like rules and whatnot, right? It's a complicated issue, but I thought it was still kind of a do you know what I mean? I'm a little more left here, so like I wanted to be a little more aggressive in my questioning. But when I say like the secret police pulled Boone and I aside before this meeting, and it felt like they grilled us for like 30 minutes to make sure we weren't gonna do anything weird, I was a little like, I didn't want to go super out of fucking pocket or anything, right? They were gonna get my ass. They had my first and last name, you know what I mean? They could see me, you know? So like we had to be pretty normal about that. Aren't Boone and Egg alt-right? No.
The least they could do is jump on here with tier 3 subbers.
Yeah, Gavi boy, where's my tier 3 subs, bro? What's happening, man? At one point, during the Gavin talk, he turned and he looked directly at me and he was like, where do you see yourself in like the country in like 5 years? And I looked him dead in the eyes and I was like, you think we're gonna be here in 5 years? Fucking everybody in the room fucking laughed at that shit, and he was visibly taken aback. When I say he seemed like he really didn't like understand that the general perspective on like outlook right now is pretty doomer, he seemed really visibly taken aback. He was like, really? You really think it's that bad? Like, yes, motherfucker, yes, because it is, man. Most of us do, yeah. I guarantee he's taking them forward with him. I hope so, because he genuinely really sat on it for a second there, and we discussed a little bit more on that. I wish I could remember a little bit better what exactly we said, like, on everything. But there was, like, no recording, and, you know, it was, again, a free-form, like, conversation, so there was a lot going on. I also told him I'd be running for... I told him I'd be running for office, and he fist bumped me, and he said, hell yes. We need more people like you out there. So like, that's cool. I don't know what that means exactly, because I made it pretty clear that I was worse than him. You running? That's funny. Okay, well, hobbling in the near future. Probably a blanket statement. Definitely. I also patted him on the arm at the very end and I said, keep being an asshole, buddy. And he laughed a little too hard at that. So if he becomes evil in the near future, that's my fault. I'm sure he's getting yes-manned a little too much. Oh, for sure. I felt like the conversation with the group of people there kind of broke him out of like a weird, I don't know, like a lot of the things that we said to him, it really felt like he was hearing these perspectives like for the first time, which is crazy to say, but like it really seemed like he was actively paying attention for as much as like you could give him credit for. That being said, you guys know how I feel about you guys know how I feel about old Gavy boy. You know how I feel about old Gavy boy. But you know what? If we need some evil right now to combat other evil, well, let's be fucking honest. We gotta take what we can get when the rest of the Democratic Party is so fucking spineless. I mean, take away the keys to the bulldozer and don't let him near any homeless people. But, you know, Godspeed. It was cool meeting our potential future president. You know what I mean?